Come out of sadness from wherever you've been. Come broken-hearted, let rescue begin. Come find your mercy, oh sinner, come kneel. Earth has no sorrow that heaven can't heal. So lay down your burdens, lay down your shame. All who are broken, lift up your face. Oh, wanderer, come home. You're not too far. So lay down your hurt, lay down your heart, come as you are. There's hope for the hopeless and all those who've strayed. Come sit at the table, come taste the grace. There's rest for the weary, rest that endures. Earth has no sorrow that heaven can't cure. So lay down your burdens, lay down your shame. All who are broken, lift up your face. Oh, wanderer, come home. You're not too far. Lay down your hurt, lay down your heart, come as you are. Come as you are. Fall in his arms. Come as you are. There's joy for the morning. Oh, sinner, be still. Earth has no sorrow that heaven can't heal. Earth has no sorrow that heaven can't heal. So lay down your burdens, lay down your shame. All who are broken, lift up your face. Oh, wanderer, come home. You're not too far. So lay down your hurt, lay down your heart, come as you are. Come as you are.
Come as you are. Okay.
That was beautiful.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us for this inside look at the vital work of Switchpoint. Shoot, I can't start crying yet.
It just started.
Community Resource Center. I'd like to thank TDS for being our sponsor today. You know, if you're like me, the longer this pandemic continues, the harder it is to control the knot in my stomach and the worry and concern for the thousands that are suffering, that are going hungry, that are trying to stay out of COVID-19's way. I also recognize my privilege in being able to stay safe by staying home, but that isn't the case for the hundreds that Switchpoint cares for and for our staff and volunteers that show up every day out on the front line. Like many nonprofits, we've canceled our largest fundraising event of the year, which we rely on for the bulk of our operating budget. Yet Switchpoint cannot close our doors. We cannot shut down. It's not an option. We will not abandon those people that need us most right now. Instead, we will come together to support each other, and that's what we're doing here now. You can help by sharing this to your page, start a watch party, invite your friends to join us. So why would somebody watching maybe in Salt Lake City, because I know we've got friends tuning in from there, Las Vegas and California watching, care about a shelter in St. George, Utah? Because the unique and innovative model that we have created is working. We are getting statewide and national attention for setting a new standard and best practices in dealing with the complexities surrounding homelessness. We understand that you must address the underlying cause, the trauma that led to their derailment. Our program today includes our executive director sharing incredible successes of our clients, learning ways that you can help when you may be this time of feeling so helpless. A special guest appearance by our Mayor, John Pike, followed by a Q&A with Carol, and then we're going to have Steve Urquhart join us from Salt Lake City.
All of that is going to be neatly packed into 17 minutes.
And here we go.
Okay.
I'd like now to introduce you to the courageous, resilient, determined people that I get to serve, work with, and
watch this
stand
video.
beside.
Yeah.
So watch this powerful video, and we will be back shortly.
I am not a stranger to the dark. Hide away, they say, 'cause we don't want your broken parts.
You can put your mind and do whatever you want to do. Just tell yourself that you're capable too. But don't do things that ain't even cool. And get rid of them no good friends that's enabling you, making you feel like you won't be nothing, your life crumbling, they talk mumbling. You gon' be something. You are glorious. We're no gangs but warriors. We well known, notorious. They can't stop you or block you or mock you. They mad cause you bad and they not you. You fall down but get up and skip and hop through. Kick down doors for others to walk through. You have a purpose to make you say, did I do that? Circle. Now we calling reality virtual. This is who I am, this is me. Don't let them words hurt you.
When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send a flag, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me. Another round of bullets hits my skin. Well, fire away, 'cause today I won't let the shame sink in. We are bursting through the barricades and reaching for the sun. Yeah, that's what we've become. I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us. Oh, we're going on. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me.
I'm alone, I never fit the mold. The word is so cold, hold it down on my own. I'm just trying to reach up to the sky, see the moon. I got confidence cause enough flies in the room. And I've been knocked down, but I always get up. I had some fake friends, had to go and switch up. Yeah, no pain, no strain, I ain't chasing all the fame. Cause I got more to gain and I'm just trying to make a change. I'm just doing me, I'm in my own lane. I fell down a few times, but I'm up again. Marching to another drum, see me cross, see me run. When they thought that I was done, nah, here I come. I'm not weak, I get on my feet. No apologies, yeah, this is me.
And I know that I deserve your love. There's nothing I'm not worth, yeah. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send the blood, gonna drown them out. This is brave, this is bruised, this is who I'm meant to be, this is me.
This population feels the sting of a society that does not want them. Many cities have criminalized homelessness, leaving those most vulnerable feeling like they don't matter. Switchpoint is expanding to meet their needs beyond shelter and food. Together, we have the power to create a switch point in the lives of our neighbors experiencing poverty and homelessness. I'm extremely fortunate that I get to work with and be inspired by daily our executive director, a woman who tirelessly and tenaciously cares for all aspects of Switchpoint. I have never in my life met anyone so dedicated to cause than Carol Hollowell.
Thank you, Wenda. Thank you so much, everyone out there in virtual land, for joining us today. What a crazy and uncertain time that we've been in the last couple of months. I so appreciate all of you for taking out the time today to see what Switchpoint does and to see how you can help. You're going to see stories about our clients, our friends. I want to thank my staff, who I could not do anything without, and my board for their diligence and their courage. I am amazed, honored, and humbled to work alongside such compassionate and fearless leaders. And you guys are all examples of selfless service. This is me. This is what I hope to leave with you guys today. The thousands of human beings that I've met over the last 6 years want you to see that this is them. See them as a hard worker, as a mother, as a brother, as a child, not a homeless guy or a druggie. They can feel, they can love, and they can do good, so much good. This journey started for me personally in 2013. I had met Ray. He was a homeless man behind the library in St. George. He had been homeless for over 5 years, and he had lost his hope, his wallet, and he felt like this was his lot in life. I determined that day that we were going to fix that. So after 7.5 hours, my staff and I got his haircut, his ID, an apartment, all of the furnishings, and moved Ray in one day. Ray was humble and kind. That one event changed the course of my life and thus began Switchpoint. I think you can kind of say that the things that you're passionate about are not random, they're your calling, as one of my favorite songwriters, Christine Kane, says, and I feel like Switchpoint's my calling. Switchpoint's the mechanism on a train track that points the train in a new direction with just a minor adjustment. What a perfect name to describe what we do. In our model of a one-stop community resource center, we focus on meeting the client where they're at, and then we come up with solutions to their barriers. Let me share with you our mission and value statement. To empower those in need by addressing the underlying cause of poverty, providing a comprehensive plan, supporting them on their journey to self-sufficiency. We do that with every individual, and we embody their worth and value with self-esteem, hope, and abilities restored, thriving in affordable housing and contributing to society. I want you to meet Ben and hear his story. I met Ben 2 years ago. Ben was at our shelter. He was an addict, and he had lost all of his support systems. In 2 years, the physical dramatic change and then the emotional and mental change is dramatic. Here, see for yourself.
When I came here, I showed love. Mama told me
How am I doing now? I've got 9 months sober. I've got more than I've ever had before. I've got people involved in my life that I've never had in my life before. I've got so many opportunities going for me. I actually have a phone and time on it, and I'm happy when I wake up in the mornings, and I wasn't in the past. It's been a miraculous program. I've been given a second chance, and I've got another outlook on life thanks to Switchpoint.
As you can see, Ben can shout, "This is me." Ben is sober, he's got a job, and he's never felt more supported, more loved, or more productive in his life. Ben inspires me with his ability to be resilient and to do the hard work. He needed Switchpoint in his life to get started, but then he did it. Ben is humble and kind. Switchpoint volunteers and staff, amazing, truly amazing. And they have put in tireless hours. Okay, they're tiring hours, but they do it with grace and love. One of my sons is a total Lord of the Rings fan, and J.R. Tolkien says, "I have found it is the small everyday deeds done by ordinary people that keep darkness at bay, small acts of kindness and love." And this is what Switchpoint volunteers and staff do 24/7. The reason that they help is because they see the humble and kind people like Ben, like Ray, that they serve. They see the difference of making the lives of others. They see the ripple effect of their service. I believe that the single greatest act that we can do is to walk with others, to support, to love, to teach. Let those who are suffering know that they'll never walk alone. Please share Switchpoint in your circle. Be an influencer. Be an advocate. Be the Switchpoint. Thank you.
Thanks, Carol. Hey, we're hearing that maybe some people are having some difficulty. You can go to our Facebook page, Switchpoint CRC, and you should be able to find us there, or refresh the link. So our focus at Switchpoint has always been on changing lives. Yet in the wake of this pandemic, we've had to shift to saving lives. Many people have the misconception that we are completely funded by state and local dollars, and that simply isn't the case. While we do get some monies there, we rely on our businesses. It's not near enough to support the innovative programs of Switchpoint. Switchpoint's model is based on empowerment versus entitlement. We assist our clients to move to self-reliance. Carol and our board are holding Switchpoint to the same standard, which is in large part, again, the reason for our enterprises, our new Bed and Biscuit Pet Village and our thrift store. So I'm not asking you today for a handout. I'm asking you to invest in us, to become our partner, and we will deliver significant impact, as you can see, in our community to date. As you can see, 69% of our funding comes from private donation and our enterprises. Your gift today will go toward keeping the lights on and the water hot, keeping food on the shelves at the pantry and serving our soup kitchen, and help us keep the doors open at our businesses. And most importantly, it will help us keep our case management intact. Case management is the magic at Switchpoint. It's that locking of arms and with someone and locking arms and walking them to self-sufficiency. That is being the Switchpoint, helping them to get back on the right track, bringing incredible success to their life. As you can imagine, our services are in more demand than ever before, and yet our funds are diminishing. Cash donations are critical to help us weather this storm. So if you could go to donate any amount, you'll go to switchpointcrc.org. It looks like this. You can choose a preset amount, a custom amount, but it's important to notice that little box down there that says monthly. You can switch that to annually or quarterly. That box is gold to us because it helps us know what we can rely on and budget for in the future. Other ways that you can help, lots of different things. We've had people take their early IRA disbursement and help. People have donated their
Stimulus checks.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
several.
Cash is king right now. I'll say it
Or
again.
queen.
Yeah.
Or queen.
Either way, it's super important for us right now. Also, volunteer if you can. We rely on 300 to 400 volunteers a month, and we've had 65% of our volunteer force has had to suspend their service with us. So we have a huge need there. Also, in the wake of this pandemic, I've been thinking about updating my will and my advance directive. And if you're in the same boat, consider adding Switchpoint to your legacy giving plans. So we hope that you will stay tuned with us now.
Well, the mayor is going to come on now, and I can't think of a better partner than our mayor, John Pike.
We would not exist without our city.
Seriously, our city of
partners.
St. George is amazing. So please hear what John has to say. Mayor?
Hello, everybody. My name is John Pike. I'm the mayor of the city of St. George, and it's a pleasure to be with you today from my home for this virtual fundraiser for Switchpoint. We're so fortunate to have a Switchpoint in our community. They are uniquely able to bring together the resources of our entire community to help people who need it the most to make permanent change and to make sure that no one will walk alone. When you walk through the storm, hold your head up high and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of the storm, there's a golden sky and the sweet silver song of the lark. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, though your dreams be tossed and blown. Walk on, with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. You'll never walk alone. Walk on, with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. You'll never walk alone.
Thank you, Mayor, so much. That was beautiful. Thank you so much.
Yeah, if that doesn't get you, I don't know.
You don't have any heart if that doesn't make you cry.
I don't know what will. So, hey, I hope you'll stay tuned. I forgot to mention earlier that we're gonna do the Q&A with Carol right now, and then Steve Urquhart's gonna join us. I told you that part, but we've got a wonderful lineup of incredible musicians eager to support our cause and want to be with us. So we've got another 2 hours of live entertainment, and that will be intertwined with the powerful stories of our clients.
Yeah.
So
And a live tour, a virtual tour
Yes.
of Switchpoint.
yeah, we're going to break away in between different artists for that. So right now we're gonna start with the Q&A.
Anybody got a question for
So
me?
if you have questions, put it in the comment section down below, and we're watching that, and we'll hopefully get to that.
All right. Holding.
I have a question. I'll start. How does your hair look so good 3 months into a pandemic?
Sure. Right. Yeah. Okay. Please open back up the hairdressers. I'm sure everyone's feeling the same way, though, but I've always been Grace, so that part doesn't matter.
Well, I wondered if anybody else was like me and had broken out the hydrogen peroxide.
Oh, no.
Not the hydrochloric,
Oh.
whatever.
Yeah, what was that one?
So,
Yeah.
okay. Do we have any questions coming up?
How do we volunteer?
Oh,
Great one. How do we volunteer? So please go to our website, www.switchpointcrc.org, and click on the volunteer button. And Morgan, who is our volunteer
Yeah.
director, is fabulous, and she will put you in any slot that you want. There's a great calendar that you can schedule yourself when you see the available opportunities. You can also go to justserve.org and look at things there too.
yeah.
Good question.
Thank you.
And how does your case management work?
Oh,
Ooh, case management's a great one. So case management, as Linda was saying earlier today, is the magic of Switchpoint. And we have case managers that have been, a lot of them have been with us for a long time at Switchpoint. And they're certified through a program where they can help the client, and they meet with them every week, but they create an action plan for them. And they are able to help that client engage and start knocking off the barriers that have kept them in homelessness and in poverty, sometimes for a long, extended period of time. But it's holding them accountable and yet being their advocate. So in my belief, the case management at Switchpoint, we just can't do without it, because it really helps those clients like a Ben change their behaviors and their patterns. Thank you for the question.
What do you do that's different from shelters to help your clients become self-reliant?
A lot of people want to know, what is the difference of Switchpoint? And truly, in our unique model, the difference is that we take our clients, and again, we're meeting them where they're at and finding out that maybe the trauma that caused them to be there in the first place, maybe it was abuse, maybe it was drug use, and help them navigate, if you will, the course of their action plan. The other difference is that we help them in so many different facets by saying, okay, if you haven't been in the workforce for a long time, how about we start you off at the thrift store, and let's teach you some customer service or some soft skills. And they're feeling that safety net. And one of the things that I've heard over the last 6 years is that our clients have never felt more supported than they have at Switchpoint versus other shelters, because they know that they have somebody in their corner fighting for them, and they feel like they finally can make it because they've got somebody backing them up. So I would say that that's our biggest difference is we have a lot of opportunity for our clients to become engaged and actually involved in their own path of progress.
Morgan has someone asking, what drop-in services do you offer?
Great question. The drop-in services that Switchpoint has, so anyone can come and eat a meal with us, either at the soup kitchen or in our kitchen and cafeteria at Switchpoint. But we also have a computer lab that people can use. Anyone in our community can come and use our computer lab, attend our classes, once classes start again after this COVID thing rises. And we have showers, laundry facilities. They can use the case management, and they can also come and meet with our counseling. So we have a IOPs and a counseling center as well.
Okay. And we had Nan Hendricks that said, what are your 3 biggest needs right now?
Oh, our 3 biggest needs right now. Well, we heard already that cash is king or queen. That's going to help us a lot. So I'd say that's our number 1 need is a donation. Number 2 biggest need is volunteers. When we had a food drive a couple of weeks ago, we had 6,000 pounds of food donated, and I had to call up an army of volunteers to come help me put it all away in our food pantry. And so volunteers are critical. And then I'd say that the number 3 is really digging in and saying, how can I be an advocate for Switchpoint? Share us, and so that we have more people that know about Switchpoint and the impact that we have in our community. So thanks, Nan, for the question.
We just had Danielle Larkin just said, wow, love Switchpoint.
Thanks, Danielle.
Employers. and George asked again, what do you do for children that end up at Switchpoint?
So we do have a lot of families that come to Switchpoint. We have a wonderful playground that Lowe's and the city of St. George helped us put in finally, and we have some great grass. But we, during the school time, when school's in session, we have an after-school program that helps those kids have a place where they can work with volunteers and get their homework done. And we really try and teach the children the same patterns and behaviors. So if we expect the adults to be earning switch bucks, which is one of our unique and innovative strategies for holding people accountable, then we do the same thing with children. And the children love to be able to earn those switch bucks and then be able to spend them at either the thrift store or in our little switch buck store. So the children are highly involved in their progress.
Okay, Morgan's asking, do you have a soup kitchen?
We do have a soup kitchen, and it is at the Grace Episcopal Church. It's been there for quite a few years, and thank you to Father Tom and his congregation. They've been wonderful to work with, and we serve about 120, it's about 140 meals now a day through our drive-through. We have a drive-through service that people can grab a meal while we're in the COVID stage. So thank you.
And Morgan's getting the question, do you offer addiction recovery?
One of our
Brand new.
Yes, brand new. We just opened up a recovery home in Hilldale, Utah. It's called Crossover, and it's a 42-bed facility for both men and women who are struggling with substance use. We have a lot of experiential therapy that combines with that, and we're excited to see where this takes us. But we knew that was a big gap that was occurring with our clients, where those that are on Medicaid just didn't have a lot of options in southern Utah to go. So yes, we're offering therapy now and recovery.
Yeah, and you can go to crossoverrecovery.org to find more information about our recovery program.
Yep.
Okay, and George, how big is your garden and how many people can it feed?
Oh, wow. We have a great garden. It's kind of like that poem, How Does Your Garden Grow? Well, let me tell you how the garden grows. We're missing Fred, our Dr. Dirt, so much. He's been in charge of our garden for quite a few years. It's about a half an acre, and we have everything from, we have 34 fruit trees and artichoke plants and grapes and strawberries and peas, and it depends on our season, on how our spring goes, but we can harvest anywhere between 5,000 and 10,000 pounds of food. That food then goes into our pantry and into our kitchens for use. And so we love our garden and the fresh produce that it does. So, and we could not do it without amazing volunteers who help us pick and cut,
harvest,
and pull weeds. Yeah. And, it's been a great experience for our volunteers to work alongside our residents getting grounded and playing in the dirt. So thanks for the question.
Okay, and we're getting the independents as they're having trouble with the Facebook feed. I'm watching it myself on Facebook. I'm not sure what.
I am too, but I'm getting a lot of texts as well. The YouTube link, they say, is working fabulously. Mm-hmm. So how do they find it on YouTube?
On the Facebook page is a link.
Is the link. So our Facebook,
if you go to the description on the Facebook page.
On the event page. If you go to the description in the event page, there's a link to the YouTube.
Okay, well, we'll fix that for the noon show, but great questions so far. So are we getting ready for Steve Urquhart, huh?
Yes.
Are we getting close?
I hope Steve is in. Are we connected to Steve?
Let's bring.
Oh, there he
Woo-hoo!
is. Hi, Steve. Thanks
Good
for
morning.
joining us today. This is
Good.
great.
Good to be here. Can you hear me okay? You can hear me okay?
Okay, you guys go for good.
We're yes.
Okay, good.
We hear you. Take it away, baby.
Okay, good.
Thanks so much, Steve, for being here. I didn't really introduce you properly. I just want to say that Steve is our former senator from down here in St. George, and he's always been a champion for marginalized and underserved communities, and I love him for that. And so thank you so much, Steve, for joining us today.
Thank you. What a wonderful thing. So good to be here with you. But you didn't tell me that I was going to be following Mayor Pike. That's not fair. So instead of playing, I think I'm just going to keep time. I got a line. I got a bowl. No, what a great cause. Switchpoint is fabulous because of some of the reasons you said. Not only do you help with meals? Not only do you help with the basics, you do have the counselor, and that is so vital, so important to not only feed people and keep people safe from the elements, but it's vitally important that they have someone who's advocating for them, looking for them, helping them get on their feet. And I think you do a fabulous job. And St. George, Washington County, all of Utah, we're very fortunate to have you. So keep up the good work.
Thanks so much, Steve. And one thing I don't know if we made clear, but we are a 24/7 shelter.
Yeah.
That means they don't get kicked out. You can't help somebody. You can't, if they're worried about where they're going to sleep again that night, they can't work on building their independence.
Yeah.
And so we're 24/7.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
And
now
so
I'm turning it over to you.
yeah, and you're absolutely helping out human beings, our brothers and sisters, and it's such a vitally important thing. Thank you for your good work. So I have a quick song for you. In light of what you do, I'm going to sing Stand By Me. When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, now stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me. Thank you. Thank you.
are amazing. I love it. What a perfect song. Thanks so much, Steve.
Wow.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us.
Raise lots of money.
I hope we do. Thank you. We want you to see a little overview video of what Switchpoint does, and you'll understand. It'll give you a little glimpse so that you get a little more grasp on the broad reach of our work. And so I hope that overview is ready to pop in.
All right. Watch the video. We'll be
And
back.
we will be back with the live entertainment.
In sleepy little St. George, Utah, most people don't notice homelessness. I didn't. You would think the economy's too good, things are great. Can't have a homeless problem there. Having gone through that experience, I see it now. The downside of the economy booming is the basics of life are all going out and becoming more expensive. It's a choice between, do I feed my children or do I pay the rent?
Salaries for service-oriented workers don't match what it costs to live here. So they're sleeping in a car, they're sleeping in an RV, they are doubled or tripled up with a friend or a family member.
Families in the service industry, especially single parents, are having a very difficult time affording housing here, or even finding housing. If you don't have a roof over your head, it's very difficult to be successful in anything else that you do.
When you're homeless and you have nothing, you feel absolutely helpless. Without some form of framework to help you get out of that, it can be an insurmountable task for anybody.
Carol, our director,
Oops.
Technical
Technical difficulties, but Stevie's on it. So hold tight.
Stay with us.
Hold, please.
Hold, please. Do we want to go to one of the entertainers and we'll bring the overview video back?
That's not. It's.
Oh,
the
that won't
whole-
work? Okay.
No, I'm going to lose as I move from here. Let's.
Tell us what you want us to do, our producer.
Well, it's working on YouTube. It's working on.
How
I've
do
still
we?
seen it on Facebook, but I don't know why it's.
Okay, so can we do this? Can we go make a post on our Facebook page that just a regular post with the YouTube link?
There is on your Facebook
There is.
page.
But
There
it's
is.
in the event page, right?
No, it's on the main page too. Well, it's in the event page, but it's on the description in the.
I know, but I'm saying if we go, Morgan, I hope you're listening and can hear this. If you can go grab the YouTube link that's in the description of the event and make a Facebook post from Switchpoint that has the link and says,
Already did.
"Oh, oh, thanks, Morgan. You're the best."
And we have people on YouTube saying, I cried all my makeup off.
Oh, someone said I've cried all my makeup off watching you guys. Thank you.
Well, here's a question that we need as we're talking about
okay.
important. If you don't get the money you need, will services be cut?
Oh, wow.
That is true. Yes. A couple years ago, we had to do the same thing where we had to trim back and then rebuild again. So we're hoping that that doesn't happen this year. So
You know, we
can't do it on wishes and fishes.
Yeah. And we haven't really done a good job of promoting. This is a fundraiser. So we need you to go to switchpointcrc.org and donate any amount that you can. But we're hoping for somebody to see this. Share this with somebody. You know, that 6 degrees of separation. I may not have the big bucks, but somebody out there does. That cares about this cause and can help us. So please spread the word, donate what you can, and let's get this fundraiser going.
I'm just checking something. I'm seeing your picture on Facebook. I'm streaming, so.
Gosh, we appreciate you staying with us. You know what? Hey, I've been watching Stephen Colbert and Jimmy Kimmel, and they've been having issues too.
Fallon, yeah.
Jimmy Fallon, holy moly. And you know what?
His kids turned him off the other night.
That's hilarious. And you know what? They have millions of dollars and millions of peeps to anyway.
Okay,
So
are we
we're-
back on?
We're gonna go completely out.
Okay, we'll be right back with you. We're gonna reload.
Okay, wait everybody. So we're gonna go completely down, stay here, and then do they have to click this?
Watch the page. They're gonna have to go back. We'll go to the Facebook page or the.
Go to our
I'll get another. It may
Okay.
be a new YouTube link that we have to go to there.
Okay. So, in other words, we're
We're
going to go
having
dark
some
for a
issues.
minute,
Yeah.
but just don't go away. You're going to come back, go to the switchpoint.live, and hopefully we're going to get that link fixed.
Yeah. See what we're gonna
And-
troubleshoot it.
We're troubleshooting, so we're going dark for just a minute. Trust me, this dude knows
Okay, out.
sort of his
in sleepy little St. George, Utah. Most people don't notice homelessness. I didn't. You would think the economy's too good, things are great. Can't have a homeless problem there. Having gone through that experience, I see it now. The downside of the economy booming is the basics of life are all going up and becoming more expensive. It's a choice between, do I feed my children or do I pay the rent?
Salaries for service-oriented workers don't match what it costs to live here. So they're sleeping in a car, they're sleeping in an RV, they are doubled or tripled up with a friend or a family member.
Families in the service industry, especially single parents, are having a very difficult time affording housing here, or even finding housing. If you don't have a roof over your head, it's very difficult to be successful in anything else that you do.
When you're homeless and you have nothing, you feel absolutely helpless. Without some form of framework to help you get out of that, it can be an insurmountable task for anybody.
Carol, our director, she saw this need for families that are struggling that wasn't being met.
So I started talking to the city. I said, I think we can do better, and here's my idea. And about a year into those conversations, they said, great, here's a building, go to it.
We knew that if you gave people who are struggling tools and resources and listened to their story and asked them what it was that they needed or how it was that they became homeless, then the process of finding a solution became much easier.
The idea of a community resource center was developed to say, how do we make it easier on clients who are experiencing homelessness? So if they want to change the direction that they're going in, it's right here for them. The client is at a one-stop shop, if you will.
This doesn't feel like a homeless shelter. This feels like an outreach program to help those that really want help to better themselves.
And all he wanted to do was help Dad cook.
Switchpoint is that mechanism on the train track that with a little bit of a turn, you're going in a completely different direction.
Switchpoint is the point at which people change. They learn how to get out of poverty. They learn how to be a productive part of the community.
When I came here, they showed love to me I ever had.
When you come into Switchpoint, you're coming into a community, a family that is giving you opportunities to succeed. When you give people that opportunity to contribute, that's where you plant those seeds of confidence.
And so we created our own economy called Switchbucks. They start to earn those points at $8 an hour by attending case management meetings, participating in any of our programs, working in our garden, working in our thrift store, working in our doggy daycare. And then they can turn around and purchase things they want out of the thrift store and Switchbuck store. Then they can say, I earned that.
The Switchpoint Community Resource Center is just that. The services that we offer here are not only for people facing homelessness, but for the community as a whole.
It's much more cost effective to keep someone housed if we can than to try and rehouse them.
We have housing resources. We have people that are there counseling them on how to budget to pay for that house payment. We have our case managers here. We have the Department of Workforce Services to help do resumes, practice for interviews.
One of our largest resources is our food pantry. It's available to anybody that is having a food crisis.
We feed 400 to 600 families every week. This is where they're at. They are hungry. They need help. And not all communities help. We could not do this without volunteers. Helping your fellow man set a table, that's profound.
Thank you so very much.
I think that in this atmosphere, we kind of all need to help each other a little bit more. And this is truly a way for people to do it.
Come on over, let's see what we can do.
It is because of the people that show up to give and to help. It's because of our community that we do have hope, because we are a team and you can feel it. And because of that, our community is safer and stronger.
For a lot of people out there that are struggling, that are homeless, there's somewhere they're stuck at that they don't know the answer to. And it's overwhelming to the point where they'd rather just stay homeless than deal with it. And so they suffer. To see people in the community care to come help you along so that you can be successful in life, the impact on that is, it can't explain it. It's a game changer.
No one expects to hit rock bottom. Having that resource, knowing that there is someone in the community there to help you through that, is everything.
I realized that I have a whole lot more family, and it's not blood. Having the support between both of my allies fills my heart. Every Wednesday they put aside their life for those 2 hours, and it becomes all about me and how we can make me better.
I think the community can benefit from a person that's been down that dark path and has come back, because the pain can become wisdom and knowledge. It's good to know both sides, and they're never going to know both sides unless they give the other side a chance to be a part of the community.
Nobody is unsavable. Nobody is so far gone that they can't be helped.
I love to change the world. This is changing my world here where I live, and anyone can do that. But you have to start somewhere. You have to start somewhere.
Thanks, y'all.
And we're back.
This is fun. Welcome to pandemic land. Right. Hey, we appreciate you so much.
We're really not that techie, so, you know, we're lucky we're here.
Yeah, honestly, it turns out Facebook didn't like something Carol said. And,
I guess so.
And so they broke the link. And that's why it was so weird, because it worked for some and not for others. And anyway, so the switchpoint.live link now is taking you to join us on YouTube. So
perfect.
And somebody said that I looked beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
Doing such a great job. So anyway, hey, we've got a couple hours lined up of live entertainment for you, and our first artist is Dave Stevens.
Dave had the
gosh.
best story. Dave, will you share your story with us?
Oh, sure. When I was growing up, my mother had struggled with addiction quite a bit, and it resulted in a lot of times we didn't have any food, and I was the oldest of 4, and so I sort of took it upon myself to borrow from the neighborhood grocery store, which I got pretty good at, actually. And I think I availed myself of their supplies for a long period of time before I finally got caught. But at least it gave us some food. If we had a place like Switchpoint, I think it would have very much changed my family's life. Eventually my family got all broken up and we all went to foster homes and things like that. I think it would have changed a lot if there had been a place like Switchpoint. Regrettably too, my mother belonged to the predominant religion here that shall go nameless. But there are so many churches here, it stuns me that particular organization doesn't do more outreach like you guys are doing. This is a beautiful program, and I think you guys are doing great, amazing work.
Thank you. Thank you, Dave. And oh my goodness, audience, you're gonna love Dave's stuff. He's got a number of albums that he's produced and that you can get. We'll put his contact information is up there, and so you can contact him later. But again, please support Switchpoint, and we appreciate you.
Take it away, Dave.
Turning it over to Dave.
Oh, thanks, ladies. Unfortunately, I was not really ready for this. I didn't check when I was supposed to go on until this morning, because I thought this didn't start until 7 p.m. and so I was taken a little aback at the idea that I had to be performing at 8:50. Thank God there were technical issues, because it gave me some prep time. But I wasn't ready for this, so I'm gonna dig into my blues stuff and play some stuff from my blues album, Spoonful.
All right, sounds great.
You can listen to that at any streaming if you want to later. The studio versions of this But I'm going to play the title track first. This is a tune from Howlin' Wolf called Spoonful.
All right, sounds great.
Thanks, Dave.
Could be put the mic on. Could be a spoonful of diamond. It could be a spoonful of gold. But just a spoon of your precious love satisfy my soul. Men lies about it. Some man cries about it. Some of them dies about it. They all cry for a spoonful, a spoonful, a spoonful. Could be a spoonful of coffee. Could be a spoonful of tea. Just a spoon of your precious love may put an end to me. Some man lies about it. Some man cries about it. Some man dies about it. They all want that spoonful, spoonful, a spoonful. Could be a spoonful of water, save you from the desert sand. Just one spoon on my left from the 45 will save you from another man. There's men that lies about it, men that cries about it, men All right. That's a Howlin' Wolf number I really always have enjoyed. Another artist I've always enjoyed is Ray Charles. While I did not put this particular song on my blues album, I'd still like to play it. It's a great little blues called Busted. My bills are all due and the baby needs shoes and I'm busted. Cotton is down to $0.25 a pound and I'm busted. Got a cow that went dry and a hand that won't lay. Big stack of bills that gets bigger each day. County's gonna haul my belongings away 'cause I'm busted. To my brother to ask for a loan 'cause I was busted. Well, I hate to beg like a dog without his bone, but I'm busted. My brother said there ain't a thing I can do. My wife and my kids are all down with the flu. And I was just thinking about calling on you 'cause I'm busted. Can go wrong when he's busted. The food that we canned last summer is gone and I'm busted. The fields are all bare and the cotton won't grow. Me and my family got to pack up and go. Oh, I'll find a living somewhere I don't know 'cause I'm busted. All right, little Ray Charles there. Let's see. Like I said, I meant to be but a little more prepared than I am. I apologize for not being more ready than this. Do a little lead belly for you here. This tune has been covered by everybody. I first learned it when I moved to Louisiana, and I was in this little blues band there, and they taught it to me. They couldn't believe I'd never heard of it, and so, but you might recognize the Midnight Special. Yonder comes Miss Rosie. How in the world do you know? Well, I can tell by her apron and the dress she wore. An umbrella on her shoulder, piece of paper in her hand. We're gonna ask the governor, please turn her loose, my man. Let the Midnight Special shine a light on me. Let the Midnight midnight special. Shine its ever-loving light upon me. Now when you get up in the morning and that big bell rings, you're gonna march on to the table, but you're gonna see the same damn thing. There's a knife and fork upon that table, but there's nothing in my pan. Now you never say nothing about it, 'cause you're gonna have your trouble with the man. Oh, let the midnight special shine a light on me. Oh, let the midnight special shine its ever-loving light on me. Territory. Well, I thought about that girl I love. She's living in Mexico. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine its ever-loving light on me. If you ever go down to Houston, boys, you better walk right. You better not quarrel. Well, then you better not fight. Oh, Benson Crocker, he'll arrest you, and Eddie Boone will take you down. You bet your bottom dollar you'll be penitentiary bound. Well, let the midnight special shine a light on me. Oh, let the midnight special shine its ever-loving light on me. Oh, let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine its ever-loving light, ever-loving light, ever-loving light on me. That's written by Hootie Ledbetter, or better known as Leadbelly. Actually, a little story about that song. It was written while he was at Parchment Farm, which is a it's a plantation slash prison, and apparently it's still a plantation. When we went there and played, Dan and went and played. We played with the Parchment Farm band. There's a band there, and that's where Hootie Ledbetter was. And the legend was that there was a train called the Midnight Special that came through, and if the light shined on you on your bunk, that meant you were going to be free to go next. That's the legend behind that idea. And anyway, when we played there and saw that place, it was amazing. When I was there, I discovered that up until 1970, oh, by the way, the prison population there is about 90% black. And I understand that up until 1972, if you weren't working hard enough, they could whip you. Amazing. So anyway, that's just something for that song there. I got time, I think, just to squeeze in one more here. I do appreciate the time to be here and to play for you a little bit. These songs are songs that I didn't know at all until I spent some time in Louisiana Sure enjoyed my time down there. It's a whole different world down there. But I'm going to play one more song for you from that time that I learned, called Born Under a Bad Sign. This is a tune that's performed famously by Albert King. And I think Cream did it. There's a few other people that did it as well. This is a great little tune. Born under a bad sign, I've been down since I began to crawl. And if it weren't for bad luck, I wouldn't have no luck at all. Bad luck and troubles have been my only friend. And I've been down since the age of 10. Said I'm born under a bad sign. Been down since I began to crawl. If it wasn't for bad luck, Lord, I wouldn't have no luck at all. Read, I never learned to write. All my whole life has been just one big old fight. Said I was born under a bad sign. Been down since I began to crawl. One for bad luck, I wouldn't have no luck at all. All I crave. A big-legged woman's gonna take me to an early grave. I said I was born under a bad sign. Been down since I began to crawl. If it wasn't for bad luck, I wouldn't have no luck at all. I began to crawl. And if it wasn't for bad luck, I wouldn't have no luck. If it wasn't for real bad luck, I wouldn't have no luck. Tell you if it wasn't for bad luck, I wouldn't have no luck at all. Thanks, folks. Appreciate Switchpoint. Appreciate you guys. Keep up the great work.
That was awesome, Dave. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh, Dave, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
I so appreciate you again, and thanks for being so vulnerable and telling us your story. Wow. So
it happens to a lot of people.
I was just going to say that, Dave, that what it proves is it can happen to anybody, and nobody really knows what happens in people's lives unless they want to walk with them and help them. So that was perfect.
Yeah,
that's why we need what you guys are doing so bad. Yep.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for putting a face to it, because one of our taglines is changing the face of poverty, and like Carol, her whole message to you today was see them. They're not who you think they are. Yeah. So take the time and learn who they are. And again, appreciate it. So,
all right.
I want to introduce a video that is called Be the Switchpoint. And the thing, I'm taking this out of my ear. The thing that I need you to know is we need help. We need help right now. We need you to dig deep and find that money that you can help us keep our doors open and keep our services intact. So please go to switchpointcrc.org and donate whatever you can. And remember that little monthly box if possible. So please watch this short video. It will feature some of our clients again. And then we got a surprise for you coming up after.
Oh boy. Hold on to your hats, people.
So we'll be right back, and trust me, you're going to want to see this surprise. It's an impromptu, we're just going with the flow.
So we started out
and we
explain
need
what stigma
you.
is, which is what? Being labeled. Being labeled. Who was the first one that called you a drug addict or a lowlife? How did that make you feel?
So I'm put down and not really like everybody else.
I had lived on the streets for over 2 years, eating out of trash cans, living in cardboard boxes.
There's two ways that these labels affect people.
And I had convinced myself that I was worthless, that I would never amount to anything, that I was just a lowlife.
I've been where you're at. I've had these labels put on me. I've put these labels on myself.
I was a good kid. I saw the kindness in my heart and the service I was of. The leader I was when I played sports, the leader I was when I went scouts.
On the count of three, champions. 1,
And I'd lost that.
champions!
And I lost belief in myself. I just fully believed that I was not worth anything. I was just a deadbeat.
Happiness or success or a home or anything was just, it was so far from me. I might as well have rode a 10-speed to the moon.
The narrative around homelessness, addiction, mental health kept me at a distance from myself. I really felt like I deserved to be where I was at.
So this one will be used to coat the insides of our pans.
Without Switchpoint, I'd have never survived. It works. There's 5 people at my job that succeed now as a result of the foundation laid by Switchpoint.
I left Switchpoint not feeling ashamed of the situation we were in. We built it up as a family. We needed to do it for ourselves, but we wouldn't have done it by ourselves.
Switchpoint's vision is to find a way to create communities that everybody belongs in, that they feel that they're a part of. What are we doing as a community, as a society, to say, you were dealt the bad cards? How can we help you live somewhere safe, decent, and affordable?
Every one of us, when we look back on our lives, will recognize seemingly small but pivotal moments that set us on a new path, one that led to the life we lead today. A switch point. Gathered around every switch point, we find the people who made it possible, people who were there in that moment with us due to switch points of their own, a vast interconnected web of life. At the Switchpoint Community Resource Center, the residents of Southern Utah unite to empower individuals and families who are facing homelessness and other challenges to shift onto the track that will lead to their best life. Poverty and homelessness impact all of us. It affects the health and well-being of our community. While these may seem like daunting challenges, facilitating positive change in even one life will ripple out and better our world. This is your chance. This is your moment. Be the Switchpoint. Switchpoint Community Resource Center, changing the face of poverty.
I love that video. Be the Switchpoint. I'm asking you guys. No, I'm going to beg you guys today. Be the Switchpoint. Share us. Send it out to your circle of peeps that you know, and do some good. It's been a little stressful this morning with all of the little snafus and Facebook not working in the beginning. So I'm going to channel some, de-stressor. And I'm going to channel Jimmy. Jimmy Buffett. Come on, Jimmy.
Just pulled me out of bed.
Come on, Stevie, get out of bed. We have got to change our attitude, to get through this thing today. And I think we need a change in attitude, change in latitude. What do you say?
Here we go.
And I am not a good singer. I'm just going to tell you that right now. I took off for a weekend last month just to try and recall the whole year. All of the faces and all of the places, wondering how did they all disappear. I didn't ponder the question too long. I was hungry and went out for a bite. Ran into a chum with a bottle of rum and we wound up drinking all night. Those changes in attitudes, changes in attitudes, nothing remains quite the same. With all of our running and all of our cunning, if we couldn't laugh, we would all go insane. Reading departure signs in some big airports reminds me of the places I have been. Visions of good times that brought so much pleasure makes me want to go back again. If it suddenly ended tomorrow, I could somehow adjust to the fall. Good times and riches and son of a, I've seen more than I can recall. It's those changes in attitudes, changes in attitudes, and nothing remains quite the same. Through all of the islands and all of the highlands, if we couldn't laugh, we would all go insane.
Something like that.
And here we go. I think about Paris when I'm high on red wine. I wish I could jump on a plane. So many nights I just dream of the ocean. God, I wish I was sailing again. Oh, yesterday's over my shoulder, so I can't look back for too long. There's just too much to see waiting in front of me, and I know that I just can't go wrong. It's these changes in attitudes, changes in attitudes, nothing remains quite the same. With all of our running and all of our cunning, if we couldn't laugh, I would just go insane. If we couldn't laugh, we'd just go insane. If we were not crazy, we'd just go insane. Oh man.
There we go.
Oh man.
That was awesome. Impromptu Jimmy. I'm going to get back, see if we can keep Facebook from giving us the issues again.
All right. Well. All right. Thanks, Stevie. I'm feeling a little less stressed. That helps. That definitely helps.
Oh, golly.
All right. Come on back in, Linda.
Do you know, speaking about crazy, when I started working with Carol, I just was blown away. I'm like, what on earth possessed you to start a Switchpoint, a 24/7 shelter? And you know what? I thought I was going to get a real personal connection. My brother passed away on the streets of Seattle in the cold because he was homeless, and it wasn't that at all. It was. She told me the story about Ray. So you'll have to join us at noon. We're going to be coming live back again at noon after. We still have lots more music right now and entertainment.
Real music, not Carol music.
But is Jake ready to go? Or do we want to head over to bring him on.
Let's bring Jake on here with you.
And let me tell you let me tell you just for a second about this
Jake,
kid.
you wanted to sing with me, didn't you?
Oh, I definitely want to do a collaboration. That was beautiful.
I love a collaboration. Jake, you're wonderful. The best. So Jake is just a beautiful singer-songwriter, up and coming. And we got to hear him, gosh, a year ago, and we're so impressed. And so when he heard about us doing this, he said, "Hey, I want to help. What can I do?" And we so appreciate you, Jake, for
Thank you.
joining us today and helping us beg people
And making
to,
it home on time. Way
Yeah.
to go. Good job.
Yeah.
Barely.
If you want to share, I'll let you share that part. But Jake had an issue this morning that was scary, and he just barely made it in the door. But so yeah, Jake's gonna inspire you to go to switchpointcrc.org and help us out, please.
Absolutely.
I'm turning it over to you now, Jake.
Okay,
Hey,
bye.
Thank you so much, Linda. It's so good to see you guys.
Thank
you. Yeah, honestly, when Steve and I had an opportunity to talk about this, I was so excited to help out. I think it's really cool to see just what people are coming up with so much social distancing and other things going on, to be a part of this opportunity to just join in with so many amazing people doing such incredible work is just absolutely incredible. So please go check out switchpointcrc.org. And if you can support at all, we've got their Venmo located right in this lower banner down here. And, but yeah, we had to get our car into the body shop this morning after a wreck. And, so I'm going to start off with a song called, Good Things Fall Apart by John Bellion. Kind of just fitting for today, plans change and things don't work out necessarily the way that we think they do, but it's always good to have a good attitude, but sometimes you just need to pout and vent about it for a minute. So that's what this song will be. Did I say something wrong? Did you hear what I was thinking? Did I talk way too long? Told you all my feelings that night. Is it you? Is it me? Did you find somebody better? Someone who isn't me? 'Cause I know that I was never your type. Never really your type. Overthinking's got me drinking, messing with my head. Oh, tell me what you hate about me. Whatever it is, I'm sorry. Ooh. I know I can be dramatic, but everybody said we had it. Ooh. I'm coming to terms with a broken heart, I guess. Sometimes good things fall apart. When you said it was real, yes, I really did believe you. Did you fake how you felt when we walked down by the river that night? When we fogged up the windows in your best friend's car, 'cause we couldn't leave the windows down in December. Oh, tell me what you hate about me. Whatever it is, I'm sorry. Ooh, ooh. I know I can be dramatic, but everybody said we had it. Ooh. Overthinking's got me drinking, messing with my head. Oh, tell me what you hate about me.
broken heart. Guess that sometimes good things fall apart.
I love that song. Again, make sure if any of you are just joining in, thank you so much for being here, but make sure to go check out switchpointcrc.org to learn more about this amazing, amazing service and mission going on here, and support if you can. This next song is a song that I wrote about, life is short and we need to be genuine and honest, and it's hard, in today's world with so much expectation to be perfect and so much expectation to kind of do things a certain way. And this is a song about my realization that it's really important to just be true to yourself. So. I'll be honest, I'm not feeling right. I can't justify the doubts inside me. And I know that the pain may take time to fade for you. It's just been killing me to hide it. I felt so lost for so long. It took a while to find the cause. I lost my faith, I never owned. Too scared to be alone, for being true to what's inside me. I spent my life in servitude to earn some love from you. I can't go back, I think it's time I let the sky fall. I wouldn't give it up, this path I walk, though I know it's not the one you wanted for me. For the light I have, the peace I feel, I wouldn't spare any cost. It faded fast, my peace of mind. Found all I had was never mine, no. I lost my faith, I never owned. Too scared to be alone, for being true to what's inside me. I tried so hard to keep from you. I saw all I had to lose. I can't go back, I think it's time I let the sky fall. I let the sky fall. Lost my faith, but now I know there's somewhere I can go to be true to what's inside me. I find it in a ballpoint pen, my wife's love that never ends. I find it all inside me when I let the sky fall. This next song that I'll do, I feel like is definitely, I'm going to turn down the guitar for a second. Maybe you'll still hear it. But this next song is a beautiful reminder of how the most important thing in our world is not money. It's not fame, success. It's not anything that we think it should be based off of all the things we were conditioned to believe growing up, And really the most important thing in the world is that we have love and care and support. And for a lot of people in these situations that, you know, Switchpoint is running into, that don't have any opportunity or any chance for love and connection in the way that we are all so lucky to have, those of us that do have it. And this song is by Jason Mraz. It's Love Someone. And yeah, just be grateful for those that you have and for the love and support that you can give. Support where you can. Let's turn that guitar back up.
Love is a funny thing. Whenever I give it, it comes back to me. And it's like an awakened dream. 'Cause what I've been wishing for is happening. And it's right on time. Oh, ain't it nice tonight? We've got each other. I am right beside you, more than just a partner or a lover. I'm your friend. When you love someone, your heartbeat beats so loud. When you love someone, your feet can't feel the shining stars all seem to congregate around your face. When you love someone, it goes back to you. And love is a funny thing. Whenever I give it, it comes back to me. And it's wonderful to be given with my whole heart as my heart receives your love. Ooh, ain't it nice this life we've got each other. Beside you, more than just a partner or a lover. I'm your friend. When you love someone, your feet can't feel the ground. When you love someone, shining stars all seem to congregate around your face. When you love someone, it goes back to you.
All right, guys, thank you so much for joining in. Those of you that have been here, you know where the website is and the Venmo. Any of you that are just joining in, go check out switchpointcrc.org and see the amazing work that they're doing and support them during this really kind of just interesting time.
Jake, thank you so much for being here.
Absolutely, Linda.
Yeah, hey, and you know, that was one of my favorite songs.
Ever.
Did I tell you?
I love your voice, by the way.
Yeah,
Love,
we're
love.
we're getting comments. It's like, wow, love Jake.
Hey,
serious. So thank you so much.
Absolutely, Linda.
Again, for what you bring to our community, and for stepping up and standing with us and behind us and being a true advocate for Switchpoint. And now I want to introduce you to Sparkle. I met Sparkle 2 years ago. In fact, if you saw our overview video, you would have seen her and her little guy Logan riding the bike. In fact, Logan is our cover of this presentation.
Our poster child, if you will.
And he truly, really is our poster child. We throw Logan out there all over the place because he's amazing and
So
he loves
cute.
it.
Oh yeah, he loves the attention.
Yeah, so I want to, I hope, anyway, I'm going to tear up. But
Yeah, just watch this video though and
just-
see Sparkle's story and her success and how she really changed her life.
Yeah,
So.
and Sparkle now is a certified peer support specialist, and she is working with us out at Crossover Recovery. And
amazing story.
And Sparkle is her real name, and you spell it the way I spelled it, so we didn't make that up.
Yeah, true story.
And you're going to see why. So watch this beautiful vignette of Sparkle.
I lost my insurance, I got divorced, and after that, I just kind of took myself further. I started using substances. That didn't help with anything. It made myself hate myself even more. I stayed there for a few years, and the scariest part was going into Switchpoint. Melanie, my case manager there, she was amazing though, but this is one thing that I remember her telling me is when I came there that I was a scared little girl, and that was so true. I remember my daughter Trinity went with me, and she was kind of in tears to leave me there, and I was I was fighting back the tears because it was scary for me, but I knew I needed to do it. I knew that I needed to be that independent person that I knew I could be and that I had avoided for so long while I was using substances and hating myself because I wasn't that person and that I knew I could be. But after, we got there in the evening, and I remember going outside with my son, just watching him go and start riding around on the scooter and just being so happy. I knew that was in me too. I had that happiness just like he did. And then everybody there at the Switchpoint was so amazing and encouraging, and they helped me remember how to structure, setting those goals, those weekly goals. All of that helped bring me back.
At that point in time, I thought Switchpoint was just a roof over her head, not something to give her structure and the stability that they have provided her, and they set her up to make goals and really to become a functioning person in the world again.
Also, thanks to that support, I was able to focus on my recovery and be successful in my recovery, and that's something I hadn't been able to do in the past. I had started off with my stepping stone job, I guess is what I called it. It was something that I didn't really want to do, but it was something that one of the goals I had set with my case managers at the Switchpoint. And from there, I just continued putting in jobs because I was a medical assistant before. So I had interviewed for a couple of places, and then I got the call back from Joe, the owner of North Star. We did a phone interview, and he hired me immediately after that phone interview. I was looking through Craigslist, and I found a place up here in New Harmony, and I love being out in the country. I've not been a city girl. I had enough up in Sandy. So we came up and looked at this place and fell in love with it. So we got to get in there, and it was awesome. I remember the night leaving the Switchpoint though was very hard. It was. I left a lot of good friends that I had made there, and I was worried about not having that support that I had from everybody there at the Switchpoint that was so amazing to keep boosting me up and letting me know how great I was doing. But I remember actually driving down this road, and it was dark, and just the overwhelming sound of the crickets and the peacefulness of it, and because it wasn't very peaceful at the Switchpoint. But I learned how to become a great sleeper because I could sleep through it. So, but yeah, it was the first night, just Logan and I, and it was amazing just to come into our own house that we hadn't had for so long, and knowing that I had enough room for all of my kids, and we had this great yard to play in with my son.
I am just so happy to have my mom back and be able to be a grandma. She's been such a great grandma and such a great mom just within the last year that I've been so proud of her. It's been so nice to be proud of my mom and just see how far she's come. And I'm just really thankful for Switchpoint.
That was beautiful.
She's beautiful.
I love Sparkle.
We're so lucky to have her.
Yeah.
I mean, right?
And it tells a great story of Switchpoint too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She, again, she got in, she was ready, and she did the work. We featured Sparkle, this video, at our last event, and her mom came up to me afterwards, just crying, and she said, you know, her name is Sparkle Joy. I said, I didn't know that. And she said, thank you. You've given me my daughter back, and I haven't seen that smile in 20 years.
Wow, that's amazing.
It warmed my heart. I couldn't believe it. And so those are the people that you're helping. Sparkles, Logan's, the grandbaby. You know, please dig deep. Go to switchpointcrc.org and help.
share this link.
And share this
Yeah.
link right
Yeah.
now. Share it with people. We've got to make some money today, kids.
Yeah,
That's what
come
it's all
on.
about.
At noon, we'll give you an update on where we are so far. But
Yeah.
but please share this site so that we can get more followers.
So we'll be coming back again live at noon, but we've still got, oh gosh, some great entertainment coming up. In fact, are you bringing Sam?
Oh, Sam's on next.
Woo!
Woo! Got some island tunes coming on.
So love Sam's vibe and everything about him. He's there, you know, his family, they're incredibly musical, super talented, but more than that, they are stalwarts in our community. So Sam, just give us a tiny little background on you.
Well, I'm originally from the island of Tonga, or the Kingdom of Tonga. For those of you who don't know, there's about 200 islands that make up our kingdom, and we're in the South Pacific. We're near Fiji, Tahiti, you know, all those South Pacific islands, Samoa, and I come from a very musical culture. Music is very part of our upbringing. You know, it's very unusual to find somebody who's not a singer or plays an instrument. Just, you know, just something that it's just part of the culture. And I moved to Arizona, so Arizona's home, and it was home for a while until I moved to college and came out here to play football at Southern Utah University and met my wife, and we rooted here in Southern Utah. I made it home, and so
we're glad you're here.
This is home.
Yeah, we're lucky to have you. So lucky to have you.
I'm grateful.
Well, thank you so much, Sam, and I don't know. Steve's trying to tell me something.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. You know, share with us where people can find you after this. I mean, I know all performances are shut down right now, but you guys are out there a lot performing. Where do you usually? Where can somebody find you?
You can usually find me. You know, obviously you can follow me on my Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at just Sam Lutui, SAMLUTUI, or at Sam Lutui. And you can, you know, find us. We were done some performances with Kayenta, live streaming at the Kayenta Arts Village.
Nice.
And
perfect.
I'm not sure if you can still see me.
Yeah, we see you. Great.
We see you. We hear you, and so we're turning it over to you.
Take it away, Sam.
Technical issues or?
No, we're good. Can you hear us? Nope. There he goes.
Oh, there you go. Okay,
here we go.
I can hear you guys now.
All right, great. Hey, take it away, Sam. Appreciate you being here supporting Switchpoint.
I'm sorry, say that again?
We're giving it over to you. We want to hear you play.
Oh, all right.
It's all you.
I'm going to start off with just a happy song. You know, I grew up in the islands, and reggae is our influence in a lot of places. So hopefully this one here will bring a smile to your face. Rise up this morning, smiling at the rising sun. Three little birds sit by my doorstep, singing sweet songs, oh melodies pure and true. Singing, this is my message to you. We're singing, don't worry about a thing, don't worry about a thing, love, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Sing it, don't worry about a thing. Right. Three little birds, smile to sweet song. My message to you. Thank you. Thank you. Can you guys still hear me okay?
Yeah. Yes. But if you have kids that are watching streaming video, you might want to have them get off because you froze up for a second.
But your voice still went. And
But your
it
voice,
was a
yeah,
great
the voice
song to
was
start
there,
with.
but the
But
video.
don't you worry about a thing.
I was hoping somebody
Okay,
would do
don't
that
worry
song.
about a thing.
All right.
It's a good.
You've got more, yes?
Yes, I got more. You know, I might invite my son to come sing with me.
Oh, I'd love that. We heard him the other
Jonah?
night from the Kayenta live.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good.
Is he really good?
He's really good. All right,
My
we'll
son
let
Jonah,
you take it
he's
away.
all right. He's a junior at Dixie High School, so he's gonna join me. And go and donate switchpointcrc.org. It's a great cause. So it's my son Jonah. Hello. We're gonna take it back with an old, old classic country.
Put your sweet lips a little closer to the phone. Let's pretend that we're together all alone. I'll tell the man to turn the jukebox way down low. When you can tell your friend they're with you, he'll have to go. Whisper to me, tell me, do you love me true? Or is he holding you? Though love is blind, make up your mind, I got to know. Should I hang up or will you tell him he'll have to go? You can't say the words I want to hear. Lips a little closer to the phone. Let's pretend that we're together all alone. I'll tell the man to turn the jukebox way down low. And you can tell your friend they're with you. He'll have to go.
All right. I'm so sorry. I don't know or if it's the Wi-Fi or.
It's sounding beautiful.
Yeah, the sound is coming through.
It's just you freeze a little bit, but wow, can he go low? Your son's incredible. Okay, do another one. Do another one.
I wish you could hear his clapping over here, but anyway, keep going.
Oh, there you are. Can you hear me? Okay. All right. Yes, for those of you, that was Jonah. Looking back on the memories of the dance we've shared beneath the stars above. For a moment, all the world was right. But how could I have known that you'd ever say goodbye? And I thought I didn't know the way it all would end. I could have missed the pain, but I would have to miss the dance. For a moment, wasn't I a king? But if I'd only known our king would fall, then who's to say I might have changed it all? And I thought I didn't know the way it all would end, the way it all would go. Our life was better left to end. I could have missed the pain, but I would have to miss the dance.
That's beautiful.
Wow, thank you so much. Appreciate you and
your son Jonah. Thank you for joining us.
Holy cow, yes. Thank you very much. Do you have another
Thank
one
you.
or are we
Yeah, I can.
Nice.
However, like, do whatever you like. So.
Babe, are we on schedule? Where are we at?
Yep, do another one. Do another one, Sam.
Should we
All
try
right.
another one or do we got to
What would you any special requests or?
Oh, I love the the reggae vibe, your Hawaiian stuff, anything like that's what I'm
The
digging.
reggae, okay.
We're digging it.
All right. Okay, here we go.
Thanks, Sam.
You know, you could have been a candle holding you so tight. You know, you could have been a handle. The way you swept me off my feet. You know, you could have been a broom. Baby, you're so sweet. You know, it could have been some perfume. As pretty as you are, you know you could have been a flower. If good looks were a minute, you know you could have been an hour. The way you stole my heart, you know you could have been a girl. Baby, you're so smart, you know you could have been a schoolboy. Well, you could have been anything that you wanted to. I can tell the way you do the things you do. I like the way you do the things you do. The way you do the things you do. I like the way you do the things you do. Stick it to me, come, you do the coming. Here we go. The better the bun, the better the bun, the better the bun, baby. Better the bun, the better the bun, the better the bun, baby. Sugar on me, coffee, got a sugar on me tea. Please wipe off your lipstick before you kiss me. The higher on the mountain, the cooler the breeze. The younger the couple, the tighter the squeeze. Oh, K-I-S-S, kiss you. I want the L-O-V-E, love you. I want the H-U-G, squeeze you. Just roll with it, that's how I spell it. Well, God made bees, bees make honey. God made man, and man make money. Said to make woman to go rob man, money, man smart, but the woman smarter. Man smart, but the woman smarter. Man smart, but the woman smarter. Yeah.
That was awesome.
Oh my gosh, that's a perfect song to
I loved
end with.
it.
I love the way you do what you
Taking
do.
lipstick. Don't kiss me. Yeah.
We probably should have a camera on Karen and like just like jamming out with you.
Oh, that's
But,
awesome.
Oh man, thank you so much to Sam.
Yeah, that's
appreciate
great.
it. And yeah, so
right.
have a great afternoon. And again, we're going to be live again with at noon with Carol and I for a really powerful 17-minute program with the mayor. And then we've got a whole lineup of other musicians.
Great.
But right now, we're going to cut out to Switchpoint and take you on a little tour of, I'm not sure which
campus.
which
We don't know where
piece
we're going
this
on this
is.
one.
Yeah. I think we're going to intake. Yeah.
Maybe.
We're
All
heading
right.
out to Kristen at intake. And here she comes. All right. Be back soon.
Hello again, this is Kristen over at Switchpoint, and we are in our intake office where all of the magic happens. We have so many different clients from all walks of life that come through our doors. Up here we have our shelter manager area, we've got our case management team. Every single person that comes through our doors has a different story to tell. You might want to think about it a little bit like an emergency room, where you've got different people who have different things happening and they all need to get to the doctor or to get to the front desk all at one time. Unfortunately, we can't help everybody that comes through our doors. However, we are able to assess the different needs of every individual. And we do this through a nationally recognized tool called a VISPADAT, or a vulnerability index. And that vulnerability index allows case management and the rest of our team here at Switchpoint to recognize and evaluate what's happening in that client's life. Every single client that comes to Switchpoint is assigned a case manager, and they meet with that case manager once a week, if not more often, to work together on an action plan designed especially for that client. One of those clients that actually came to us a few years ago was a very sweet man. Bless his heart, he only had one tooth in his head. His nickname was Smiley because he just constantly was smiling all the time. He was a very hard worker, and after coming to us for a while, he not only had one part-time job, but he ended up picking up 2 part-time jobs, which earned him a bicycle through our Switchbucks program. Well, pretty soon he was back and forth on the road to those 2 part-time jobs, riding that bike, and had earned enough money that he'd saved up for a deposit, and we were able to get him into housing. He would come back every once in a while and go to our food pantry, and just happy and energetic, always positive, which was something very wonderful from Smiley. Pretty soon there was a community Facebook contest that came out offering a new smile. And at that time I knew that Smiley needed to have this new smile. And so I sat down with Smiley because I was not his case manager at the time. And I asked him, I said, what was it that brought you to Switchpoint? Why was it that you were homeless with us for that time? And Smiley told me about the fact when he was able to work with his parents on the farm, but at that time on his farm, his dad passed away, had a heart attack. And so he worked with his mother to make sure that everything on their family farm was good and running smoothly. Unfortunately, his mother ended up with dementia, and she had to come down to St. George and be placed into a care center. Well, Smiley followed her down and visited her daily in that care center until she passed away. Unfortunately, all of the family's money ended up being used with that care center, and so he relayed to me the story that he paid or sold his truck in order to pay for his mother's funeral, and that's why he was with us at Switchpoint at that time. Well, I had to enter that into the contest, and through Facebook and through the local dentist that was here in St. George. He didn't win the contest, but the dentist was so impressed with his happiness, his willingness to work hard, that he actually gave him a new smile. He worked with him to get him dentures, and pretty soon Smiley really was Smiley. We talk with him back and forth very often. He comes into contact with the staff here, and it's always good to see him, and we love to hear stories more about Smiley. But it's the community that really helped him, because we can only lift an individual so much before the community needs to step in and help us continue to lift and support those individuals who really do need our help long term.
I'm Sherry Dominguez. I'm a licensed clinical social worker here at Switchpoint, and I'm the case manager supervisor. So I had a client come in last week who was a former resident who used to live here at Switchpoint about 2 years ago. And when he came up to the desk, he was making a donation to give back to the thrift store. And he said, Sherry, I just wanted to tell you that those words rang true and that I'm now a lighthouse. And I didn't even recall what he was talking about. And so I asked, and he said, 2 years ago when we were in your office, you had told me to be more of a lighthouse and to be a positive influence instead of a lifeboat. And a lifeboat, what I was referring to was him taking on other people's problems. And when we take on other people's problems, sometimes we drown and we can't save ourselves.
I was divorced in early 2018 and was living on the street. I'm no longer living on the street, but I am still on the edge of poverty. The soup kitchen helps us stay off of the street.
It's not necessarily for just it's for anyone who needs a meal. It's definitely an amazing experience to kind of see all these different people that are coming together and the community, seeing the community become better because of it.
It's brought me so much experience and love for these people, and I can't tell you how much it's changed my life. You see different people come in each day and you don't know what they're going through, but it's taught me to be a friend to them.
But we're getting more and more people. Now yesterday they had 91, that's an awful lot. And you know, some of them come back 2 or 3 times, but that's probably the only meal they have all day.
I was able to get regular meals Monday through Friday, and the soup kitchen literally saved my life.
Wow, we've had some incredible entertainers and advocates for Switchpoint, and we've watched some beautiful videos. I never get tired of watching our videos and hearing our clients' stories. How about you?
It's amazing. And you just got to see our soup kitchen and a little bit of intake. And in the afternoon, we'll be going somewhere else. because we've got so much happening over at Switchpoint.
Not us, but the videos.
Yes.
We're in quarantine.
Right. We are. So, well, I am. I can't keep.
No,
anyway,
not me.
She's.
But we
out
got
there.
Christopher coming on.
Yes. So Christopher is the youngest artist that we have joining us today, and he actually is a comeback artist from virtual open mic live that we've been doing. Well, my husband's been doing, and they are actually going to throw an after show for us tonight at 7. And how do they access that?
Virtual open mic.
.live. Yeah, so if you want to come to that, holy cow, we got Eric Dodge coming on tonight and Michaeline Ibsen. So Lisa Mack is going to be on tonight. So virtualopenmic.live is where you'll join for that at 7 o'clock tonight. But before that, at noon, you want to come back to Carol and I for bring your friends.
Bring more viewers.
More viewers, more friends. So, and you're gonna go to switchpoint.live, and trust me, it's gonna work this time. We're not gonna get kicked off.
Don't make promises.
Well, that's the hope. So do come back at noon and
just go to the Facebook page.
Or just go to the Facebook page and look for it in the live event. So go to Switchpoint CRC Facebook page, live event.
All right, but let's turn it over to Christopher.
But so Christopher, you ready for us?
Yeah.
Nice. I so appreciate, you know how much this means to me. And like I said, Christopher is our youngest performer with us today. You can reach him and find him
He looks like he plays the piano.
Oh my gosh, you're going to be blown away. I'm telling
ready
you.
to be
Y'all
blown
are. Let's go.
away.
I'm turning it over to you, Christopher. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Okay, so the first song I'm going to play is a jazz song I've been working on. I'm not sure who it's by, but it's called Autumn Leaves. Is that okay? Yeah, that's good.
That was amazing. I cannot believe you're only 14. You're freaking awesome.
Thank you. Okay, sweet. Well, my next song is Claire de Lune, which probably a lot of you have heard. It's a very popular song by Claude Debussy, and I'm going to play that now.
That was so beautiful.
It's incredible. Christopher, thank you so much. He is also our only out-of-state artist. Christopher came to you from Mesa, Arizona, and I am...
It's probably hot there.
Oh my gosh, it's supposed to get hot today. Like somebody
yeah,
said,
it's in the
99
hundreds.
here.
Oh,
You're in the hundreds already?
Yeah.
Okay, wow. Well, no wonder your playing is so darn hot. That was stupid. Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you. Do you have another one, Christopher?
I could try to improvise something if
I love your
I have time.
improvised stuff. So yeah, give us a few more minutes if you don't mind.
One more song.
Hey, thanks.
All right, nice.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Again, wow, Christopher, I love your own composition stuff, and I understand that you've got an older brother that is doing video games, creating games, and you're playing a part in that. What are you doing?
So my older brother is making, he's making a game. He codes and stuff, and so I am writing all the music for his game.
That is so cool.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you again, Christopher, for joining us
Of
this
course.
morning. And hey, if you like what Christopher did, or if you didn't, but how could you not, right? Please go to switchpointcrc.org and donate now. We really, really need your help. And we'll update you when we come back at noon at where we're at. Right now, we're going to close with an incredibly...
Get some tissue.
Get some tissue. I'm not kidding you. This is such a beautiful, powerful story. It's the Gunn family. So we'll leave you with that, and we will see you back at noon.
Invite some friends. Thanks. Bye.
I was an EMT, and I came home one day to find my fiance dead. No one was in there with me when I found her. Nobody knows what I saw, and nobody would understand if I told them. Ever since that day, I was lost. I would build up somewhat of a life, you know, but then over the years, the monsters seemed to get bigger claws and sharper teeth, and I would lose everything again. My life was out of control.
When Dustin came along, I did have 3 kids. I had a full-time job. You know, I was trying to be that provider and protector. This last time with Dustin going to jail, I put my kids through hell. That was a wake-up call.
I wasn't constant, I wasn't a consistent person in life. It turns my stomach. I stole to support a habit. I'm not a bad person. I just made a lot of bad decisions. I had gotten arrested, and my wife wasn't able to maintain the bills. And so when I got out of jail, we went down to the shelter in Salt Lake. It was violent, drugs everywhere, all kinds of crazy stuff, and I have to explain to my kids. It's chaos.
I didn't know how to survive through that. I was terrified.
It was very, very scary. What made it not scary was being with my family.
Even though we've gone through everything we've been through, Dustin's my rock. And, you know, we couldn't lose each other again. I told him, I said, you've got to make changes. And that's what we did.
Well, we were staying with my parents. They're senior citizens on a fixed income. It was a temporary thing, you know. It was very tight quarters, and we were still trying to get places out here, and it was just ridiculous.
We were making money, but it wasn't still enough to be able to support a house payment, you know?
And so we contacted Switchpoint. They got us in the very same day.
I was terrified. I'm like, are we gonna go through the same thing all over again? You know, and it wasn't. It was something completely different.
They knew your name. You know, I walk in there at night, and they'd be like, hey, how's it going? And that means a lot, because they see a lot of people.
I felt like Switchpoint was a very safe place for me and the kids. They did everything they could to make them feel like they were going to be okay, and that it's okay that we were at Switchpoint. You know, it's okay that our family's going through a hard time right now, and they don't need anything to be ashamed of. No one expects to hit rock bottom. Having that resource, knowing that there is someone in the community to help you through that, is everything.
I left Switchpoint not feeling ashamed of the situation we were in. They told us the direction we needed to go in. They gave us the means and the tools to do that. And there was rules we needed to follow. But they didn't do it for us. We had to do it for ourselves. They allowed us to earn that.
Yourself for that week, and you stick to that budget. So you put so much, say it's going to.
Our case manager thought that we'd have been a good candidate for a housing grant. They put us in this place that we're in right now. They gave us a goal. This is how much the rent's going to be, okay? This is what I want to work towards. And that helped us kind of like baby step into it.
I have my own space.
If I just got a place and said, okay, here, this is your rent, I'd have been like, whoa, dude, we can't do this.
My brother and dad helped me with it.
They spent a year of their time to feed us into the reality that we can do this. Switchpoint wrote a letter to the property management company, and we were accepted 24 hours later. Now we have a place of our own, and I think it's amazing. We have a life. We needed to do it for ourselves, but we wouldn't have done it by ourselves.